guys, it is Tristan with Nerdnuts Newsstand, and I've been sitting here trying to figure out how to put a positive spin on this book, but it's kind of hard when this was so mediocre, and it's really a shame. I thought this may be good. It is the continuation of the Justice League animated series. I'm thinking, yeah, this could actually be something. Oh, God. It's so, mediocre. It's not what I expected, nor is it blow me away. And it should at least get me hooked in the first one. And I'll say it probably did get me hooked enough to buy the second one. But if it's similar to this, then yeah, I'm not going to be interested and spending more money on this. Now, this is, well, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's because I haven't watched the animated series in a long time, but this is Justice League Infinity. It's by DeMatteis and Tucker, and the art is by Beavers. Now, a lot of this there's a lot of exposition in this, and that's fine. It does a good job of explaining what's going on. We see a Meso, and he's going through space, and it's super interesting, right? And as he's going through space, he's contemplating a Meso. A Meso is contemplating, an android is contemplating his life and whether or not he has a soul. And I get it, like you can do that with android-esque type things, but he goes into this cracked mirror and he's trying to figure it out, right? So whatever he does end up figuring out ends up messing everything at the end. But then we go to Martian Manhunter, John Johns. And the problem, this is my biggest problem here, is to me, always in the animated series, he was the heart and the soul of the Justice League. He was the founding member. He was this. You know what I mean? Like, his role was so important, and they completely take it away. He's completely left the Justice League. He is no longer a member, nor does he want anything to do with them, and you'll see what I mean by that in a minute. He's taken the form of this Indian lady who kind of has friend. This guy's widowed, and they're like, they talk every morning, and he wants to get to know humanity, and he's gone through and tried to understand what he left behind, what he can learn from it now as, a person talking about how people aren't just ordinary, they're extraordinary, every single one of them, right? So we go to Flash, who's on a hot date, and he ends up getting taken, called by the league for a surprise birthday party, and that part's all cutesy, right? I love seeing Barda. She's the best character, in my opinion, in the series, but that's just me. I love Barda anyway. So, we also see that John and Hot Girl have broken up. Okay. Now he's dating Vixen. And, okay. All right. Another thing that's a little weird to me, so that, Bruce is being Bruce, and he kind of flirts with Wonder Woman, and all of a sudden there's this incoming, and it's Granny Goodness. And there's a fight. Like, I wanted to be so excited for this, but there was so many little things that I didn't like, which was, breaking up Girl and John, and then Martian Manhunter leaving the league. And then, as you'll see here in a minute, they call for John, and he just completely ignores it, or he knows they're fighting, rather. So we see a Meso, he cracked something in this shattered mirror that he's going to cause a big problem. But beforehand, we see the fight, right, with Granny Goodness, and then we see Calibat come in. Well, because Darkseid is now off of Apokolips, they're battling who's going to take over Apokolips. And instead of working together, they're working against each other. Neither one of them have enough numbers to actually take over the other. And Mr. Miracle's kind of like trying to figure out how to get rid of them. And this is where I mean, like, John knows they're in trouble. He knows they need help. And out of habit, he gets dressed and gets ready to go. And then he's like, just kidding, guys. Just kidding. You actually thought I was going to go help those losers? Look that. So he goes back to his Indian form and goes back to bed. Like, you're okay. All right. Well, even so, we see Mr. Miracle make a boom tube and actually vacuum them kind of into each other and suck everybody out. So this is literally the end. Like, this is all the story we've got. Flash cleans up after his own birthday party. Lois and Clark are having dinner, and whatever that energy that Amazo did turns Clark into this guy. So that was something. I don't know. Maybe I was expecting more. Maybe I was expecting better. But I should know by now not to expect better. Because as unique as the artwork does look to the original series, as well and as good as it looks, this didn't hook me. And that's a big problem when it comes to comics like this, because you've got to hook somebody in the first issue. I always give issues like, I would say probably 2 to 3 issues to actually, flesh out the beginning if they're slow starting. But this isn't slow starting. We went right into a lot of action. The action was there. We saw the fight with Calibac and Granny Goodness, and then we saw Amazo. There was action. It still didn't suck me in. It actually disappointed me in a lot of ways. So, I don't know. I'll give it issue 2, but that's it. I'm just disappointed. It was, if you are really into the Justice League animated series, if you are absolutely loving that show, you love every bit about it, you love everything, then I would recommend this. If not, I'd pick it up on trade, depending on how the rest of it goes. So let me know, of course, what you guys think about this. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.